Welcome, viewers. This playoff rugby Egypt national championship playoff for women at Salisbury Claremont College. Real pleasure. Right out. Nice break. Captain, go all the way, perhaps. He's put Pinsy ears back. He will. She'll go under the post for the first try of the game for Claremont. 5 points to 0. Fantastic. Co-captain, really slice. All the way. Perfect. Defeated. First to tilt. Perfect. Pace. Parker. 7 points to 0. First blood. 2. Collegiate National Championship playoff.
So when Salisbury were in their pre-match huddle, this is not the start. They regroup here. Think about it.
Restarted by Salisbury. Picked up by number 6, Jesse Ribera, the captain. Forwards captain, in fact. Still going, Ribera. Just throws a little ball in front. That'll be a knock-on. Forward pass first and a knock-on. So scrum to Salisbury.
Salisbury to get a foothold in this game. Set piece. They can win some possession here. Pressure on in the midfield.
Now, Johnny Salisbury, quite the road to get here. Actually beat the University of North Carolina 68-0 to get into this playoff match, the semi-final. So
comprehensive.
Comprehensive, good word. Full of confidence. Sometimes that can actually work your disadvantage, having such a high-scoring win.
Yeah, and I think their balloon's well and truly popped now. They've got to get down to business. Get themselves back. Long way to go, obviously.
An attacking opportunity now from the scrum for Salisbury. Strong scrum coming in from Claremont. Referee Tim Liu just spotted a little forward pass. So again, not making the most of that attacking opportunity.
Yeah, just a little sloppy from the base there, unfortunately, for Salisbury. Great engagement there between and Rivera. And so now we have Claremont with possession just on their side of halfway, their 10-metre line. Back get very deep.
Claremont poised to launch a full-scale attack. As Johnny Cox mentioned, this back line is deep and they are champing at the bit. Comes out now. Lateral run, switch back inside, out to the fullback. Parker steps back in, finds support. That's the try scorer. Alamina. Coming back in is Flyhalf, Joey Yamada. She links up with Ribera. Crossfield, Ribera looking for support. She finds the right winger, Dorsey. Finally brought down. Good passage of play for Claremont. Although it is lost in the contact situation. So a turnover. Salisbury now are going to look to come out of their 22 zone. Just settle things down a little. They haven't had much possession thus far in this game. Picking and driving. Still to the open side. Good tackle coming in from 3 players and the pick as well. Claremont on the attack. Quick turnover. Monica Ford takes it in. She lays it back. Forward pack coming through. Out to the right. Lovely running again. Parker injecting into the back line. She's been busy. Same way for Claremont. Yamada, beautiful spiral pass out to her wing, who beats one, but a strong tackle to stop the try. That was a certain try. Still going, Claremont. The forwards line up back to the open side. Big tackle from Salisbury. Clinging on. Out to the open side again. Yamada. Dummies. Spirals one out. Oh, what a collision midfield. Parker coming in. She had to reach up, expose the ribs. What a great tackle. But they still maintain possession. Claremont piling on the pressure. Ramirez, a tight head prop, takes it in. We have a back line. The try scorer. That's Alamina. Taking it back in. They haven't gone too far in the forward direction yet, Claremont. That's great defense from Salisbury, but how long can they hang on? Yamada puts it to the toe along the ground. It's a foot race. Who's going to win? And it's Salisbury tackled over the end and a penalty. So it was advantage the whole time and it'll come back. Wow, the pressure is mounting on Salisbury right now, Johnny. Claremont just maintaining possession really well there, but unable to score the try.
No, a really excellent passage of play there. The players will be sucking it in after that. Full action and motion. I think you're seeing the sort of styles of the two teams come out there. Excellent continuity, the width of the play there by Claremont, really defined against the sort of close-in, tight play of Salisbury. They've obviously got a good set piece. They put a lot of pressure on the scrum, but in these nice, dry conditions that we've got, beautiful sunny day here in Southern California, it really suits the Claremont game as opposed to the sort of tighter attritional game of Salisbury. So fascinating here, but big ups to Salisbury. Some fantastic defence in their own 22. One saved a certain try, and that's a successful penalty goal there from the number 15, which is Alexander Parker from Claremont. Score out to 10-0.
Claremont in the driver's seat right now. They've had all the possession, all the territory. And Salisbury hanging on for dear life. It was a matter of time before they conceded points. They tackled and tackled and tackled their hearts out.
Yeah, really impressed with how Joey Yamada's controlling the game. Good variation there, kicking, passing. Actually from Tokyo, going to work as a management consultant next year. A big basketball fan, so she'll be enjoying the playoffs that are ongoing on other networks.
Claremont bringing it back. Leading this match 10-0 over Salisbury. As they bring it out, some great running from Baker. Out now to the open, Yamada spirals it out. Little dummy from the try scorer, Alamina. Still going, exhausting the space. Just down to those tram tracks in between the 5-meter line and the sideline. Using the full width of the field here, Claremont. Some great structure. As you can see now, the back line just spread deep, ready to run. Another dummy from Yamada.
Just a tad forward out of the hand, but yeah, very impressed there with the Claremont structure of their offense, getting organised early, making sure that the ball carrier has sufficient support so they can recycle the ball. Big shout out here to their coach, Evan Wallen. Has really produced a well-drilled team here for this semi.
Salisbury finally find themselves with a prime attacking opportunity right on the halfway. It's a tough one to defend, Johnny, when you have the scrum feed and you have all of that space out to the left, all of the space out to the right.
They're stacking their whole back line apart from the right winger here on the left-hand side. Come right.
The classic number 8 pick coming down to the right-hand side, laying it up to The winger, Marla McNeil. She's got pace. Spoke to the coach earlier on, and she'll go all the way, McNeil. She's a handful, and her first touch of the game results in 5 points. What a try. Salisbury back in the game.
Yeah, super finish there from Marla McNeil. Wasn't your traditional 8, 9, 14, you'd have to say. The 9 didn't come around the corner particularly. But excellent score there from Salisbury. It was Emma Eisel just coming around the corner with a nice offload. Really, Marla had a fair bit to do, but showed really good speed and strength there to score that try.
Speaking to Salisbury head coach Brock Brooks before the game. Players to watch on this Salisbury team. One of them definitely Marla McNeil, who just scored the try. Sydney Hobbs, the other speedster on the wing, wearing the number 11. Of course, Sarah Mercado, wearing the number 9 for Salisbury. She has been appointed speaking captain, which is something that I've never heard before. She is the speaking captain and captain of the backs for the team.
I was always the speaking captain.
Well, and I'm not sure if you're officially appointed speaking captain,
unofficial
John.
Speaking captain.
But I like that concept. So, the team knows that when it comes to chatting to the ref, addressing the team beforehand.
That's her.
That's her vibe. That's her job.
Sure.
And we have a forwards captain in Shannon Lanham. She's wearing the number 4 today for Salisbury as Claremont get us underway yet again. 10 points to 5 in favour of the red and blue jerseys of Claremont. But it's Salisbury with the ball. A little intercept attempt. Marta couldn't pull it in, but it goes backwards. And turned over again. Quick play, but coming in offside was Salisbury.
Just coming in from the side there. Well anticipated by Yamada. Got herself playing just backwards. She now touch, and it's just line in here just outside the Salisbury 2. So again, immediately under pressure. Come on.
Johnny, you mentioned what a beautiful day it is here in Fullerton, California. It's actually 71 degrees already at
Numbers are 7.
9 in the morning. Plenty of rugby to be played in this stadium, and it will get hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gone with the suit.
I disagree. You look amazing.
The suit.
You look dapper. Yamada, dummies. Seems to be the staple play of hers. Wide pass out, and in she comes again. Alexandra Parker injecting into the back line. Claremont fanning out to the open side. On off pass to Seifert. Ball bobbles out. Yamada switches it back into the number 12. That's Alamina. First try scorer of the game. She's been busy, the captain. Hernes, the hooker, has a crack at the defence. The Yamada now shapes up. Offloads to Monica Ford. And Salisbury just edging their way ever so slightly to the try line. That is Marlene Coe. The entire forward pack getting their hands on the ball. Yamada switches the play, comes back, dummies, gives. No, she doesn't. She holds on, finding some space, coming all the way. She's met by a strong tackle from the Salisbury try scorer. That was Marla McNeil. And the turnover ensues, so Salisbury come away with it. Well done. That was all down to Marla McNeil. She can not only run, folks, she can tackle. And now a hurried kick. Looks like it might have been a little knock on. No, play on, says the referee. He was right on the spot. Dorsey brings it back up over the 22-metre line of Salisbury University. Sacristan digs in, finds Elena Seifert. Same way for Claremont. Yamada drops it back in. They're forming a nice little combination, these two, at 10 and 12. That's Alamina again. And another turnover. So Salisbury doing well to pick off the ball, and it's being turned over yet again. It's a turnover-a-thon as Claremont are back within 10 metres. Can they do it? Will they crack the defence? It was a good tackle coming in. That was McCreary for Salisbury, but still with the ball in charge. Yamada spins it out, dropping it back off was the number 12 to her centre partner. Alamina to Ford. Sacristan looks left, finds Yamada. Oh, it's all the way to the wing, but there's that strong defender in Marla McNeil. She's not having any of it, Johnny Cox.
No, excellent defence twice there from McNeil. Really saved 2 tries, but very, very impressed with the pressure that Claremont is mounting here. Multi-phased approach. Yamada really pulling the strings. Really very impressed also with the combination of dropping Alameda on the inside and looking for Parker out wide. So some good rugby here, and you must praise the defence of Salisbury, really hanging tough, especially on the inside channel. Some great work at the breakdown by Mercado there. If 1, if not 2 steals from her.
Line out win for Salisbury. Brought away now by Sydney Hobbs. Getting involved. Penalty. So they'll breathe a sigh of relief. Salisbury University, an opportunity now to gain some territory.
Yeah, clear their lines, get their own line out, which has been functioning pretty well, and then perhaps get into the Claremont territory. Kick the touch. Decent one, gets it out to the 22. Need to rebuild.
So they may have possession, but still under pressure. Claremont will be looking to upset this line out. And Salisbury really want to get out of this area of the field, and they've lost that line out. All the referee calls actually knocked on by Claremont, so sigh of relief for Salisbury.
And I think that Salisbury happy with that. They've got a good scrum, good strong pack. So this could be good opportunity for them to either eke out a penalty or get some strong, stable possession. Don't get the sense that this is the sort of team, Salisbury, that's going to cut you up out wide. Look for an isolating, stay on the outside, as we saw with McNeil, or use their forward power to really smash you through the middle.
Well, I know what I'd be doing if I was Salisbury. It would be Operation Get It to Marla McNeil. You can see her just standing by the left upright, but the ball comes right.
Yeah, it's the number 8. I think very impressive run there.
Back in field. Salisbury now through Mercado. He finds her 10 and a little switch play. Little miscommunication between Presley Cheney and Harbour. It looks like it's been turned over. So Claremont, you don't want to give them the ball here, as they now have possession up over the 22. A bustling run, but it's going to come back. Offside is the call from referee Tim Liu. So what will Claremont do here? Will they elect for the 3 points and build the score?
Oh, look, it's a semi-final. It's a sensible thing to do. It's in front of the sticks. It's a chip shot, and she's shown an ability, I think, Parker, to kick a goal. So I'd be taking the 3 if I were them. See the referee here, Tim Liu, having a chat with the Salisbury captain, Sarah Mercado. There's obviously quite a few penalties now that are mounting up. So just having a quiet word, asking them to maintain their discipline. But it's the turnovers at the moment that are hurting Salisbury. They're giving possession back to Claremont, and Claremont are showing a willingness to really get into transition and put pressure on this Salisbury defence. So another scoring opportunity directly here for Claremont. 10-5.
3 points on offer yet again for Claremont. We'll take the score out to 13 points to 5. Still hanging in this early exchange, Salisbury. You just get the sense that Claremont are pressing and pressing and pressing. Salisbury have to come up with something special, or they will crack. As Parker, as you suggested, Johnny, mere formality for her, splits the uprights, adds the 3 points from the penalty. And that's a nice little buffer that they have, 16 points to 5.
A nice kick there from Alexandra Parker. She's from Maine, studies computer science, and enjoys her skiing, as one would expect in that part of the world. Beautiful part. You ever been up there, mate?
Can't say I have, buddy.
Bar Harbour, great place.
consider it on the to-do list as a little knock on from Claremont. So falling asleep a little, and that gives Salisbury an opportunity.
Yeah, scrum time here for Salisbury. The preferred method of beginning their attack. If they can direct this Claremont scrum in a manner that can open up some space for them. See McNeil now shifting back on here onto the right-hand wing.
If you're just joining us here on the Rugby Channel, you're watching Division 2 semi-finals of the Collegiate National Championships between Salisbury on the left of your screen, Claremont on the right. I'm Mark Stabina. Johnny Cox is joining me in the commentary booth. We've already seen plenty of excitement early on in this game. And these two teams are duking it out to play the winner of Fresno State and Tulane in the final tomorrow. Salisbury spreading the ball out to the left. Good strong run coming in from the winger. Sydney Hobbs, he's a player to watch. Way out to that far side. Bring it back infield now. Here comes Salisbury. Making some yards. Little flick back on the inside. Good play. But met with a strong tackle. Little space on the short side. That's clever play as well. So they're advancing nicely, this Salisbury University team, and win themselves a penalty too. Finally up in the 22, and it's a quick tap. Play on. Player not 10, so they'll get another penalty. Referee bring it over a little bit, and now they settle things down. Salisbury finally. It looks like they're going to go for the line out. They're shaping toward the sideline, Johnny, but
I think they'll probably choose a scrum here.
I would choose a scrum too.
I would, just given how dominant I think they are at the set piece, but much better play there from Salisbury, really direct running, good defence. Jesse Rivera really launching herself from that Claremont side and driving them back. But they got their groove going there a little bit with those sort of wide-ish one-off runners. I think that's their game plan. They go for actually a quick tap here as we go into the midfield.
Oh, that's confident play. And bustling up the middle, Maggie Moore. Almost to the 5-metre line. Back to the short side. There's some space. Salisbury. Is it a try? She's over the try. Yes, it is. Try time for Salisbury. Well, wonderful work. That was Shannon Lanham. And they are within 3 points of a dominant Claremont team. Wow, what a semi-final.
Yeah, really foxed us up here as well. Thought they might go for the scrum, and just a quick tap moved it one phase midfield, and they came back, and Shannon Lanham just had too much for the defence, dotted it down in the corner. Nice try.
Well, that's great to see, Johnny. You mentioned it's a semi-final, and that's why it probably surprised us that we're just going to settle it down to it's pretty much the first. It's only the second time that they'd made it to the 22, apart from when Marlon McNeil made that bustling run and scored the try. I haven't seen much territory, so they finally get into the 22-metre zone and decide to take a quick tap.
Well, exactly, and it's sort of normal rugby sort of science will tell you, listen, it's your first trip down there, maybe you've been under a lot of pressure, just take it easy, compose yourself, get an easy set-piece win, build some phases, but no, tap, go, score. Congrats. Good decision-making.
And exciting for the crowd. We're loving that decision up here. Makes for some great rugby viewing. We want to see some tries. We want to see them quickly. Setting their intentions early, this Salisbury University team. So already, after 23 minutes gone, we've got a cliffhanger. Claremont, 13. Salisbury University, 10 in this Division 2 semi-final. It's a lovely kick, and it's brought in easily by Claremont. Great play. That was Yamada with the clever kick out to the right. Seifert drops it, but backwards. Might have been a turnover. Salisbury pounced. Salisbury, some good tackles coming in from Claremont. And they've turned it over, it seems. Trying to get a hand in there with Salisbury illegally. as Ramirez takes her team forward. Back to the left now. Through. Seifert steps off the left. Good run. Flung to the ground. Sacristan finds her number 10, Yamada. And the staple play, little switch back to Alamina. Making some nice yardage for Claremont as they build the phases. They do so well at maintaining possession. Yamada, she's quick. She steps, she beats one. Little offload as well, out to the fullback. Alexandra Parker, plenty of touches for her in this game so far. And a penalty for Claremont. So too much pressure at the moment for this Salisbury team. Just coming in, infringing, not rolling away. So when you tackle the ball carrier, you must roll away from that area, Johnny Cox. And that's what she's been pinged for in this occasion.
Yeah, and obviously as you come under more pressure, you're less reluctant to do so. Or more reluctant, I should say. But a line out here, really impressed with Claremont when they get the turnovers. They switch into their transition game really quickly. Yamada doing really well. Nice combination of inside plays, using the forwards with Ramirez clearly their sort of main ball carrier in that sense.
Yeah, as you mentioned, mixing up the play nicely, Yamada. Having some angle. Oh, well brought in from the line out. But just loses the ball when she was hit, Ribera. And it'll come back for that knock on just as she got hit. But gee, she did well to pull that ball in.
Yeah, love a little trick play down the short side. Just slightly overran it. Put out the left paw. Thought she'd had it in, but on contact, just lost it. But really nice, well-designed play as well. Good to see that the team preparing in that manner for a semi-final. Impressed with Ribera. She's everywhere. Ball in hand, in defence, pilfering at the breakdown. She's a biology student, as I understand it, and also spent some time in Nepal for a semester as well, so well-travelled. Here she's on the short side making a tackle.
Salisbury University to their 5 metre line. Oh, strong running through the middle. That's confident stuff. Alamina, she's been everywhere, but it's been turned over again. You cannot do that with this Claremont team as they have the ball yet again. 10 metres out now. Baker sets it back. Yamada. Spiralling pass, bounce pass, pulled in by the 13. Ford. And it's turned over by Salisbury. So let's see if they can come out of their red zone. Just offloading confidently, almost up to their 22. Still with Salisbury. A little flat-footed. Must be some fatigue setting in. It's a hot morning here at Cal State Fullerton. And it's been turned over. So many turnovers already back in the hands. And that's Lily Lyle. Same way for Claremont. That switch play that we see so often. That must be the 7th or 8th time. Alamina slicing him up through the middle. But isolated. So just lacking support, Claremont, at the moment for the ball carriers. And Salisbury are able to pick them off, but a counter ruck coming in. So Claremont yet again. Yamada out to the right wing. Dorsey. She's pulled down. Ball comes in. Still with Claremont. Just losing a little bit of their structure there. And fortunately for them, it'll come back for a penalty. Well, long passage of play. What about all those turnovers?
Yeah, look, the turnovers are quite exceptional, but really neither team is choosing to kick the ball. So you're going to expect that, right? As you sort of push the passes and get yourself into attacking positions, there's going to be turnovers. So it's just a really entertaining game of rugby. No one wants to kick the ball as they go for the quick tap.
That's what we love to see. Quick tap from Claremont. And that was Ramirez that took it forward. So Yamada, she's got the back line out to Ford. She gets it out now. Alamina, she's got one to beat. And just can't quite pull it in under the pressure of Marla McNeil. So, desperation.
Well, it was really nice hands there, I thought, from Claremont. They chose to tap and go instead of go for the sticks or have a set piece. And they moved the ball really nicely after the initial hit up there from Ramirez. This is the first try we're watching on replay and Alamina, who's had just maybe 7, 8, 9 carries, as you said. And we see here the 9 from Salisbury, Sarah Mercado discussing with the referee. They've had a lot of penalties, a lot for offside, and a few infringements at the breakdown. Just a little stoppage here now. I think time for Mercado to address the team and the challenges they're having in terms of the penalty department. So just a small pause.
And Johnny, we see it so often, that combination between Joey Yamada, number 10 for Claremont, and Dana Alamina. Just that little switch play. And one thing we said when I was playing rugby and coaching, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No.
And that move seems to work over and over again, just switching that angle, that angle of attack, just straightening things up. It's causing some problems for Salisbury through the middle.
Yeah, she's a really nice, direct, confident runner at 12. She's really helpful.
Speaking of confidence, Salisbury throwing it in their own try zone, and they've managed to bring it out 10 metres out. Great stuff from Salisbury as the kick finally, it's charged down and straight into the hands of forward. So Claremont yet again. Salisbury hanging on. Space though, surely. Claremont, little dummy from Alamina, and she scores a second try of the game. What a fantastic effort, and it came from the turnover, the charge down kick, under all sorts of pressure, Salisbury. So Claremont grab an 8-point lead.
Well, it's a fairly skinny dead ball zone, and Salisbury elected to run the ball from behind their post, right in the nether regions of their dead ball line. They got it out to sort of midway to the 22, and then there was, as you say, that charge down botched kick, and then really it was just a matter of time for Claremont, moved it wide, and Alamina, who we were just talking about how direct and successful she's been with the ball in hand, just scoots around the outside. It's got really nice presence with the ball, palms I think in both hands, and just a really nice try. Alex Parker here lining up the extras on the outside. Challenging kick, but she's kicked pretty well today.
Takes a run up. Just gets under it a little bit too much, so doesn't have the distance. Parker unable to add the extras. But Johnny, just back to that confident play of Salisbury trying to bring it out from their own try zone. And that may suggest as well there's not a massive amount of confidence in their kickers to
and then that was sort of illustrated because the very next phase when they tried to clear the ball, which was actually not a bad play, get the ball towards the 22 and then look to exit, but just wasn't a great execution of the kicking skill.
Short kickoffs easily pulled in by Autumn Hernest, the hooker, but she's turned it over. So both teams just struggling a little bit in supporting the ball carriers in the contact situation, as Salisbury now a big don't argue coming in. She beats 1, 2, 3. Presley Cheney, don't argue, she says, out to the left. Salisbury, so finally just taken over the sideline. That is every coach's pet peeve.
Yeah, but much better play there from Salisbury. Some really good running there from Presley Cheney. Really direct running in the midfield. Nice hands, shifting the ball well. Just ran a little bit out of space there. Could have been probably a bit smarter. Stepped off the left and come inside. But Claremont now on the line out. Little fumbled, but I think they've got away with it. They've secured possession here just outside their own 22.
Claremont. There's that switch play again, and she's beaten 3 defenders. That might be something they need to talk about in the dressing sheds at half-time, Salisbury. The 1-2 switch between the 10 and the 12. Claremont brings it back up to the original mark of the scrum. Some strong defence from Salisbury. Yamada spins it out to Parker, slicing them straight through. Beautiful running. She's up to the halfway. She's looking to go all the way. Parker, she puts on the afterburners and easily slices through and goes all the way. Wow, what a try for Claremont, and in particular that woman, Alexandra Parker, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, that girl from Maine, what a great try. It was a 1-2 punch there from Claremont. Used Alameda in the midfield just to take it up, get in behind them, and then go wide early. And just Parker, some beautiful ghosting running there on the outside. Thought she might look for a winger, but she just sort of drifted in off that left foot, and then the swerve and just really composed running. And she dots it down under the sticks. Really nice try there from Parker. She's going to compose herself here and look to put the extras over.
And by compose herself, I'm sure you mean get some oxygen back in those lungs. That was a long run for Parker. Must have been from the 40-metre line. So a 60-metre run for Parker. I love how Claremont are just bringing in a full scale of attack. Just Parker's been injecting herself all game, Johnny.
Yeah.
It causes all sorts of problems for the defence. It's effectively adding an extra player.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really nice balanced attack because you can see Yamada as well when she drifts across the ground. If she throws a dummy inside to Alamina, she's not necessarily looking to go wide. She's also, really thinking about, well, maybe I could step and I could have a run here as well. So a really multifaceted approach there from the student from Claremont from out of Tokyo.
And Johnny, if you were the coach of Claremont half-time, Salisbury, what would you be saying to the Salisbury team and how to stop this Claremont backline, particularly Yamada? She seems to have plenty of time.
Yeah, I think I'd just be really talking to my back row, my 10 and my 12, and communicating with them to come up as a group in threes. Come up in threes on the 10 and the 12, so that if they do switch back, you're close together, maybe just an arm's width apart, and then you can make a tackle. And once you stop that momentum, the game will change demonstrably in your favour. And then on attack, I would say, let's just go to our strengths. Let's just do what we do well. And if it's one pass wide or one pass short, let's get the direct runners going. Don't worry too much about the field position too much. Just do what you do well. Once they get under pressure, they'll give away penalties and you'll start getting some momentum. So there'd be my messages as we move towards half time in about 3.5 minutes. But I think the other thing you would also say to Salisbury is, hey, you've been under enormous pressure. Most of the game has been your own 22, and you've really handled it well. You're only down just over 2 scores. As long as you can hang in here, maybe get something out of the end of this first half, you're in a really strong position.
Yes, as you said, going into the halftime break with another score under their belt just brings them closer, and it's a great psychological advantage, but that's not going to happen that way if you turn the ball over. Claremont just ripping the ball out from the ball carrier. Now they find themselves on their 22. Let's see if they can bring it out. Ball bobbles on the ground. Alamina, she's been so busy in this game. Back to the open side. That's Seifert. She's had some nice touches too. Gets her team going forward. Yamada, there's that switch play. Back to Alamina. Some good counter-rucking coming in, just making a nuisance of themselves, Salisbury. And they've turned it over in the process, so they have some space out to the left. Great running from Maggie Moore. And Maggie Moore just lacking support because Claremont have turned it over. And now Salisbury have turned it over again. Like I said, it's a turnover-a-thon here at Cal State Fullerton. Salisbury, can they score before the break? They're 15 points adrift. Here's their best opportunity. Coming out to the open side again, just picking and driving. What about that tackle? Driving back, still driving.
Jessie Rivera, great tackle.
Rivera, nice little offload, but Presley Cheney, she takes it forward. Great offload. Still going Salisbury, as now they approach 10 metres from the try line. Marla McNeil, we haven't seen enough of her since her try. Haley G shrugs them off. Haley G, she's over the try line. If she gets it down.
He's having it. I think he's going to chat to his assistant referee here, the touch judge. Probably a question about whether he shouldn't award the try, and he can.
Haley G dots it down after beating what looked like 5-6 defenders. Impossible to stop. And that's exactly what we talked about, Johnny Cox. If Salisbury can just get up, get another score, that's going to boost their confidence psychologically going in to the halftime break.
Yeah, and it all came from stopping Alameda on the gain line. They got a really good tackle. She hardly got any momentum. They got a turnover straight away, and they went direct. It was a little messy, but then they started to get their big ball carriers involved, the guys that can really change the momentum of the game, people like Presley Cheney, and finally, Hayley G. Hayley G was like the train without a station. She would not be stopped. She had proper white line fever. Fantastic score.
And some impressive offloading there under pressure as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's high-risk stuff, and you can see there was a sort of mini turnover, and they got it back in the sort of over on the 22 on the far side of the field. But that sort of continuity is going to really hurt Claremont. You can see that what Rivera and co are trying to do, drive them back, put them on the deck. But when they get their big players moving, those big forwards charging through, they become very, very difficult to stop. Excellent stuff there from Salisbury.
Well, you said high risk, Johnny. That's exactly how Salisbury like to play it. They've been high risk all game. It's been entertaining to watch, running it out of their own try zone. Quick taps to score the try early on instead of taking the line out or settling things down. We're loving it here at Cal State Fullerton in this D2 women's semi-final. It's the Collegiate National Championships, folks. And halftime as well. 10 points separates these two teams. Claremont College go into the break leaders, 25 points over Salisbury University 15. Plenty of action in this first half, and we will come back in 10 minutes for more action in the second half. Don't go anywhere, folks. Hey.